Hello, you beautiful people, past, present, and yes, even those in the future. It is I, Claude, and Okami is back from, I think, Hawaii or something. I don't know.
Mexico.
Mexico, same thing.
It really isn't.
I mean, it can be, though. So, before we get started here, let me go ahead and say hello, Titan. Hello, DOJ. Hello, Knight. I hope all of you are having a fantastic night. Just a little bit of a warning, guys. We're having a little bit of connectivity issues on my end, so if there's a little bit of a stuttering, I am so sorry. I can't control that. I don't even know why it does what it does. So, like, we'll just have to go with it. You know, if it gets too much, we'll probably do a shorter stream tonight. But, Okami, what are we doing?
Well, I'm talking to my dog.
Talking to your dog,
Yeah.
but you didn't even say hi to your fans.
My dog is more important.
Oh, fair enough, guys. You know what? Hey,
I'm sorry, guys. You'll never compare to the Empress.
Exactly, she's number one, you know.
She's my baby girl, and she's
Yeah.
a little bored today because we didn't do much. It was one of those... It was cloudy all day, and it had rained earlier, so everything was wet. But then it was nothing all day, so it was just overall a yucky kind of stay-at-home day.
Yeah, I get that. I have to say, Nintendo's really starting to regret their decision. We're trying to manipulate their fans. Like
Already?
I mean, the Switch 2 is going to be releasing here soon. Like, what, in a day or two? So, I don't think we know too much about what's going to happen right now, especially, like, the first day or the first couple of days. I'm letting the hype die down from that State of Play announcement. Oh, yeah, I watched it. I think there were some pretty interesting titles there. I mean, some good things going on. Though, none of them are really catching my interest all too much. Hail Empress! Hail Empress!
Yes, exactly. Everyone
Cheers.
bow to Her Majesty.
Yes.
I'm gonna wait a while probably to get the Switch 2. Because every future title I'm currently interested in will still be out on the Switch.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry too much. And then I'm not opposed to just buying the upgrade once I get the Switch 2.
I would say probably buy it from a third-party seller instead of just spending the full $450.
If I buy it from a third-party seller, it'll be 3 times the price.
No, I don't mean just, like, you know, the scalpers. I mean just, like, a used, you know, Switch 2, you know? Where it'll be much cheaper. I'm hyped for Marvel Fighters. Yeah, that actually does look interesting. I mean, I'm not usually one for fighters, but you know what? You know, Marvel characters fighting against each other in a fighter's way. It looks nice. It looks good. Excuse me.
I love how it gives me the option, like, do you want to help this person?
No, let's
No,
leave
no,
them.
let's leave them there.
Yeah, just leave them there. They'll be fine. They'll be dandy.
Just fine.
Gonna be just fine. Gotta be fine with it. Dude. I gotta say, this is definitely one big dungeon we got here.
It is. A panacea. My home.
A Peninsula.
It is a big dungeon. It's very, but I know a lot of, like, old Japanese manors were quite large.
True, but even so, this seems like large, you know? I think we've done at least 2 streams in this dungeon alone.
Yeah.
No, our activity is low! Oh great, defense
Come
up.
on, guys, let's get out of here.
Let's run away. Run!
You'll never take me alive.
Or dead either.
kill me. I do it, yeah, like, it doesn't have a lot of direction, though, I think is the problem.
And don't you still need to save like 20 more people?
Yeah, thankfully that is optional. You, child, get out of here.
I haven't seen anything on this franchise for a while. Yeah, Inuyasha, it does have its sequel series, but we've discussed it online plenty of times how that's pretty terrible, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate because I really do like it, but I can't appreciate, well, you know, except we're not talking about the sequel series.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that it did wrap up. You know, a lot of series. Kind of looking at you, One Piece. Don't get me wrong, I love One Piece to death. But that's a long ass series.
Oh yeah, like there's just so much filler that can easily be taken out.
Even just without the filler, it's a lot of arcs, a lot of episodes. It's
At least the live action One Piece looks to be condensing a lot of it, and I would say a pretty good way. Like I've seen bits and pieces of it.
I've actually heard good things about the live action One Piece.
Not to mention the next one's gonna have Tony Chopper, which honestly, Chopper looks good. It's gonna be a little bit weird, like seeing Chopper next to these live actors, but at the same time, you know what? I'm all for it. Jay says, I'm excited for Bravely Default Remastered, but after the BS that Nintendo tried to pull, I don't think I'll be getting it. Again, I will emphasize this, like, I'm with Okami on this. If you do plan on getting the Switch 2, wait for, like, it to be, like, wait till you can find it used, because that way you'll save yourself maybe $100. I don't think $450 is worth it.
I'm hoping what happens with the 3DS happens here, because apparently the 3DS was also a bit ridiculously expensive when it first came out.
Yeah.
But then after about a year, 6 months of bad sales, they reduced the price.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to do this for the Switch too, especially now that Gary Bowser is head of Nintendo of America, who is from EA, you know, who was an exec in EA. So, just saying, I don't think they're going to lower it anytime soon. In fact, they've even talked about potentially raising the price of the Switch, I think. If I have to pull from my memory of everything that's happened with Nintendo so far. Edit as Power Rangers win? That would be hilarious. I don't know how that would work, but... Excuse me, but that would be hilarious. One Piece and JoJo's both. Oh yeah, in terms of like long series, heck, oh yeah, that... There's just so many episodes of so many things.
You know, with JoJo, now I haven't seen it but I will say with JoJo, at least they shake it up a bit, and like it's rather than you're following the same person, you're following a single family through different generations. I find that interesting.
Yeah. Not to mention, it doesn't take itself too seriously at times, you know? At least from what I've seen, like, JoJo's is one of those things where when it can be serious, it does it well, but when it wants to just kid around, it's memeable, you know?
Oh yeah. There's a reason a JoJo's reference is such a big thing.
Oh yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why it has succeeded is because of that meme factor, you know? Oh, excuse me. Once more, I highly recommend Outlaw... I can't speak. Ooh. Once more, I highly recommend Outlaw Star and Trigun. They are really good. Oh, I think I've heard...
of Trigun.
I've heard of Trigun. I never actually looked into it. Outlaw Star, it sounds familiar. I don't know if I talked about that before, but I know that some people like it. God damn it! And I'm so tired of the sickness. Can we get rid of the sickness? Can we get down with the sickness?
No.
No?
You
Okay.
have to get down with the sickness. You can't put down the sickness.
I want to put down the sickness. Just take the sickness and just say, here, stay on this shelf. I'll come back for you never. JoJo is good, but it's been going since the JoJo's has been going since the 80s? Honestly, I didn't realize that was that old. Holy crap.
You know what anime I've been seeing clips of recently?
What anime?
The old Speed Racer.
Yeah!
It's hilarious.
Ooh! Ah! Oh!
Oh.
Speed Racer, you gotta slow down. This is a race, but I have to go race. I have to race. I have to go fast. Oh! Wow! Oh!
My favorite is when Trixie's like, Speed, please, you gotta lose this race. This guy's trying to win money for his sister. He's like, I don't care. I'm gonna win this race no matter what. And then he does.
Yep. Get it.
He's such a little sociopath.
I'm gonna get that trophy. Your sister's in trouble? Too bad. I prefer trophies.
He's also killed several people in cold blood.
He has. And he's the main protagonist.
Long ass hallway.
He's a demon on wheels. That is true, Jay. That is true. Honestly, I think I ought to rewatch a lot of these old anime, you know? Speed Racer was a menace to society. No, that's Spider-Man.
I remember seeing a Speed Racer movie, like it wasn't the anime, but it was, and it, I guess it was a live action, but it didn't feel like a live action remake so much as just an adaptation.
Yeah, and it's the one with John Goodman, I believe it was, right? Or am I thinking
I
of
have no
something?
idea. I don't remember anyone in it. I just remember that it existed.
Honestly, I really enjoyed the live action version of it. I mean, obviously it didn't have that speedy, you know, reputation, but it was still a pretty good adaptation, you know? It kept true to the source material, I think, and it looked pretty good for its time. Da 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 da. I forgot to turn on my light. How dare I? Ooh, that's way too bright. Way too bright. Way too bright. Way too bright. Oh my goodness, I don't want to blind myself. The Spider-Man slander is so real. What? Come on. Look, I am just quoting the #1 reporter in the world, J. Jonah Jameson. Because apparently Spider-Man is a menace. A blight upon our streets. And look, why wouldn't you listen to a man with a nice mustache, you know? Just saying. Moose?
Sorry, I'm checking something.
Well, to be honest, Spider-Man giving out CTE random criminals is a canon event. Look, all joking aside, yes, Spider-Man does do a lot of good, but there's also things that he's accidentally, you know, let happen, you know? #2, you mean? Lois Lane is #1, good sir. Okay, you know what?
One of the things a lot of heroes have accidentally done.
Yeah. You know what? You got a point, Knight. Yes, Lois Lane is #1. You know, I will have to agree with you there. But to dog points off of that, I mean, look. Okay, I probably shouldn't even make this a point because Clark Kent really does know how to disguise himself as Superman. I mean, just take a look at that disguise. Glasses? You put glasses on someone, they're an entirely different person. Isn't that right, Okami?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I'd be able to recognize someone just because they're wearing glasses, but, like, what do I know?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, hey, if you wore a pair of glasses, I probably wouldn't recognize you, you know? It's just like glasses end up just concealing the identity very well, you know? got it. Oh.
It reminds me of this one line from the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds, where he's appeared in his Green Lantern appearance to try and woo the girl, and she's like, "Wait a minute, how? You think I wouldn't recognize you because I can't see your cheekbones?" And I've always thought about that.
You know, yeah, it's just always so funny when, you know, shows do that, you know? It's just like the just bare minimum effort to disguise yourself. No one knows any difference, you know?
God, that was pathetic to go there.
Hey, she's trying her best.
I get that you're not like an attacker, but like, please.
Well, that is why you need to give Inuyasha just all the attack boosting items, you know? Just have him do all the work.
He already does all the work, but he's so slow.
Which is kind of ironic because in the show he's very fast.
Very fast.
Fire bombs.
Evaporate.
That's fair. I mean, Nightwing's mask shouldn't fool anyone. That's true, because... Yeah, well, yeah. That's the thing about heroes with masks, you know? They never take into account the voice, the height, anything else. And they just somehow end up concealing their identity very well, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like... I can kind of get... I understand it's mostly like stylized animation, but
Yeah.
when the heroes put on the mask and their eyes go like white, I can understand how that might fool someone. The eyes are a big indicator of, you know, recognition.
True.
But, yeah, some of it is just very silly.
Campanula.
I thought that said chalupa for a second.
What's a campanula?
We just had a battle!
Oh, man. This place. Even Saitama had a better disguise. And he was bald. Honestly, being bald, the perfect disguise. You could be anyone. You could wear any wig that you want to, you know?
I'm getting out of here.
You can create the perfect disguise every time. No one would know any different. Oh no.
Not again.
Oh my. Man, and this seems like the start of a creepypasta happening right now, you know?
It does.
Everything goes dark. There's mist in the background. Your main character is slowly, and I'm talking 1 frame a second, traversing through.
If I can make my way back to the cat, maybe I can save this.
Well, can you find the cat?
I don't know.
You know, maybe if you accidentally trigger combat.
Maybe.
Because I'm thinking, because this kind of happened after combat, so maybe triggering combat would fix it, you know? Plus, it's not like you could see where you're going anyway.
It's coming.
Combat started. And if it doesn't work, we'll switch to the BRB screen so that way you can fix it. Oh, there we go. That worked. Hang on. That worked.
Maybe.
There we go.
Okay, put it back together.
Okay, so that's all we gotta do. We gotta trigger combat to fix it, right?
Apparently.
And look, not even the ground is fixing itself proper.
Jeebus. Why are all these enemies all of a sudden faster than me? It's very frustrating.
Yeah. I think the best superhero alter ego is Bruce Wayne. Even though my hatred for Batman is strong. Honestly, I'm just trying to think. Because Batman doesn't really have a good... I mean, yes, you could probably say that people can keep mistaking him for someone else, but considering Bruce Wayne is a multi-billionaire, and, you know, he has all these cool things, someone might put two and two together, you know? There's gotta be at least one or two people who would be like, wait a minute, could Batman be Bruce Wayne? He can afford all these things.
How would you ever possibly make that connection? Because he has things.
Because,
a lot of people have
yeah.
things. A lot of superheroes have a lot of tech.
They don't have military-grade vehicles or grapple hooks.
What do you mean Bruce Wayne is the one who gave it to them?
Still, though, it's just, you know.
I'm gonna need a actual valid point for why people would think Bruce Wayne is Batman. Aside from he's rich and Batman has a lot of gadgets, so he has to get them from somewhere.
There's one valid reason why people would think Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah.
It is the perfect disguise. Hey, by day, he's a rich guy. By night, he is this Cape Crusader. The ultimate disguise, I guess you could say. But at the same time, I think they've even joked about it in the Batman movies. Be like, Bruce Wayne? The Bruce Wayne Batman? Ha! I don't see it, you know?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, one or two people probably had to put two and two together, you know?
I think they'd put two and two together.
Fair, but Dick Grayson is also a multi-billionaire, so it could be him too. Isn't Dick Grayson shorter though? I could be wrong.
Batman could wear platform heels, you don't know. Maybe his boots have a lot of height to them.
Yeah, you know what? Yes. That's one way of doing it. Off topic, it would be interesting if I made one of my characters who was only locked in with one weapon, anyway to make it powerful enough through special traits, particularly side dungeons, to make their weapon stronger. Honestly, I like that idea. A character that specializes in one weapon ends up being a very good combatant and, you know, and that one particular weapon, you know? Just imagine all the techniques they can learn. All the stuff that they can master with that one weapon. Man. I hate summer sicknesses. Disgusting. Yeah, he's like 5'10", but he did fill in for Batman before it made it work. You know what? You got a point there. You definitely got a point there. And they have made it work outside of that too. I remember, I think it was Batman the Animated Series. Batman switched places with Superman, like to an extent, where basically Superman wore the Batman outfit, and you know, convinced people that Bruce Wayne was not Batman through that. So I don't know. I still think someone is like using red rope to try to tie things together. Unique weapon skills and elemental advantages, the best kind of combination, you know? Especially elemental advantages because, you know, extra damage is extra damage. I'm just answering your question from my character idea. Oh yeah, absolutely, and I'm... I wish I could continue on a run-on sentence, but obviously my lungs do not like me today. So, apparently, like, there's just been so much smoke in the air as of late. Like, obviously I'm not going to say where I am, but basically, from Canada's fires, all that smoke is coming down here, and, well, I think I might have inhaled some ash. I could be wrong. But It's been pretty tough on the lungs. Especially since I can't breathe. Got it.
These armored warriors have a ridiculous amount of HP.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if only there were some way to actually equip, like, a no encounters thing.
Oh, that would be delightful.
We're just getting started. Hope you're okay? Yeah, I'm okay. It's just kind of like, I've been dealing with, I don't know if it's upper respiratory. It might be, but I've just been dealing with a cough and everything for the last week or so. I'm a lot better than what I was. I don't have a headache. I'm not lying in bed as often, but it's just lingering. It's that annoying kind of lingering. Like, once you get over a sickness, it's just that final thing. It's just that final stretch. And funny enough, I did take Mucinex, and apparently it's not working. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's going on where that too. It's not fun. Oh, it's definitely not fun. And funny enough, the same thing happened last year. Canada had wildfires and smoke went down pretty much causing a giant dust cloud in the sky. Canada, you need to get your fires in order. What Smokey the Bear had told us, you could prevent wildfires. How come no one's preventing wildfires?
Okay.
Yeah, it's fixed! Woo!
Where do we go? We gotta go. Gotta go save real fast.
Yes. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, I think it happened around the same time too. You know? Obviously it's not the same place, but like Canada had like this massive wildfire like around this time last year, now that I think about it. And Canada, let's not make it a habit. You guys are awesome, but again, Smokey said you could prevent wildfires.
Oh, this room looks important.
Yeah, because it's not very often where you get stuck in the camera. Wait a minute, how are you supposed to know that?
I saw her foot.
Oh.
And plus, it's a bit of, you gotta be a bit intuitive. Like, oh, a camera that's a little hard to see, there's probably someone there.
Fair. Be lucky you weren't in California. Oh, yeah, the California wildfires there are just so crazy. Crazy. Over the last couple of years. I mean, I hope everyone who experiences the wildfires ends up making a comeback from that. Because it's just awful, you know? The fires were so bad you thought it was a brand new trailer for Pokemon. Ah, yes. Trailer opens up. Instead of family-friendly content, fire! My favorite Pokemon trailer. Everything just burning.
Return of the Charmander.
Return of the Litwick. Ugh. So, a little off topic, but I decided to treat myself today, for I think I deserved it. Through all the sickness I've been endured, I think I deserve this one gift to me. I bought Night Rain.
Ooh.
And I will say, single player, really difficult. I'm loving it though, but it is really difficult. I haven't even like made it past like the first night yet.
I mean,
granted,
roguelikes are difficult. Soulsborne games are difficult. When you bring them together, that's a lesson in masochism.
Yeah. But keep in mind, you know, I also was playing a tank character, so of course I probably wouldn't do as well as someone who's using magic or using, you know, ranged attacks. Pokemon Fire Red Remake? Yes, I would
Don't
love
need
that.
another Kanto remake.
You know what? Yes, another Kanto remake. Pokemon
No.
Flare Red. There we go.
No. Stay out of Kanto.
Hello, Night. What's Night Rain? Oh, okay, so Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain, as Okami said, is a roguelike. Basically, it takes the, I guess you could say, Elden Ring and a few other of the Souls properties, bring it together in a roguelike, and basically you're surviving like a few, like, I don't know how else to describe it, except for it's very similar to Fortnite in the way, like, the area kind of closes in, like, after some time, and then you have to fight a boss, like, or a series of bosses, and then you have to survive for a certain amount of nights in order for you to face, like, a final boss for that run. Obviously, with it being a roguelike, everything is simplified, as leveling up, you don't have to actually rest at the Grace anymore, you can just run right through it, recovering everything, and leveling up is just a simple button press. You got the runes, you level up instantly. No allocation, it's just based off a character. I think what I like about this is that each weapon and gear that you find has an additional effect that actually stacks. Like, you don't even have to properly equip it as long as it's within your kits. You get those bonus effects like increase guard or apply, you know, or I'm just trying to think. Like gain FP upon defeating an enemy or something. It's actually really interesting. Not to mention, each character has 2 different types of additional attacks. They've got a standard special and they've got an ultimate move, which honestly, I like my flying air cocker man, being able to just fly up and then crash down. It's so amazing. It's so fun. Not to mention, Night Rain's only $40, so, you know, honestly, $40 for a roguelike that is in the Elden Ring universe. Honestly, I think it's worth it so far. I'm definitely having my fill of it. Now, if it were 50 and 60, I probably would be skeptical, but for $40, a decent experience, you know. Not to mention, each character has their own story, that you can interact with and whatnot, so it would be good to find out what is going on around here, you know? Ooh, poison powder. Nice. 40's not bad. 40 is really good, considering a lot of games now are either 70 or 80, with a few outliers like Expedition being 50, Elder Scrolls being 50. But for the most part, 40 is actually really nice, and, like, not to mention, like, with Night Rain, there's also costumes from various Souls games, like, you could be Solaire from Dark Souls 1. I think that's pretty awesome. There's also Sister Fried from Dark Souls 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could, like, one of the secret unlockable characters actually has an outfit that looks very similar to Sister Fried. And speaking of, like, all the Dark Souls things, they even brought over some of the Dark Souls bosses into Night Rain. The Nameless King. There are some Dark Souls 2 bosses as well. The Duke's Dear Freya. There's the Centipede Demon. I know. The Duke's Dear Freya was already scary enough in Dark Souls 2, but just to have it be in the quality of Elden Ring, God, I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm sorry, I don't think I can get Night.
I don't blame you. I just remembered.
You know what? Small tangent.
Yeah.
But, I've been playing. Well, I haven't actually in a while, but I have Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
Great game, very fun. The funny thing is that Monster Hunter Wilds has an arachnophobia mode, where you can turn it on, and the smaller, what might be considered spider-like enemies, they turn into little blobs.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to deal with them.
Yeah.
Right? The problem is that there are 2 major spider-like bosses, and arachnophobia mode doesn't affect them at all.
Oh no.
Oh, and I'm fine. I am good enough than actual spiders that I can fight them. But it's just super funny to me because, well, I like that there is an arachnophobia mode. I think it's an important addition.
Yeah.
And good for accessibility.
Hmm?
I just also think it's kind of pointless if you're not going to. If someone has arachnophobia to the point where they need arachnophobia mode, I don't think it's going to. They're going to make it past your spider bosses.
Probably not, you know? And I can't believe I forgot about Duke's Dear Freya because that was part of the preview images of that. So, yeah, maybe probably hold off on that raid for a bit, Okami, until there's a way to actually get around that. Maybe one day you'll watch my gameplay if I ever do stream it, and then, you know, hey, at least watching you could just decide to look away, you know.
Mm-hmm. I have defeated the Duke's Dear Freya before. I actually got pretty far in Dark Souls 2. It's one of my prouder moments because I actually beat an actual player.
Ooh, nice.
There, and that makes me feel real proud.
I need to get Red Dead 2 before trying that game. Red Dead 2 is going to take a lot of your time. It's slow in a sense where, like, everything is happening. Like, it's a great story. It's just, it's not replayable at all. So once you go through it once, I would say that's it.
Replayable. It takes a lot of your time. There's so much packed into this world, and it's not a small world. It is a very large open world, and there's so many things to do in it, and so many little things that can work.
Yeah, I think I took about 80 hours. Yeah, I think I took 80 hours for my playthrough, and I don't even think I finished it, so I do know what happens because, you know, it's kind of hard not to with the internet. Fear the almighty block. Yes, fear the block. Sword and board. Block everything. Right. Come on, Inuyasha, you got this.
Take that! Iron Reaver Sword Dealer! You're mine! Right!
Are you okay? That should do it.
No, he's not okay. He has a boo-boo. I'll put it on the back burner. I still need to beat Cyberpunk. Yeah, I hear Cyberpunk is a good game now. I think from what I heard, they fixed a whole lot of things, and it's out pretty decent. Although I did hear the Switch 2 version of Cyberpunk is gonna like be poorly optimized. From what I saw, it was running at 23 frames a second. That's pretty bad considering the console is like promoting that they can do at least 60 frames. Undocked, I think it was. I could be wrong.
Now, here's the trick. I don't actually know where I'm going.
I don't even know what we're supposed to do here anymore. We've been here so long.
I think I need to go downstairs.
Well, I'm finally on Dot Hack Volume 3. I'm almost at the end of my goal. Hey, Volume 3 has a lot of good things that I think you're going to enjoy. Yeah, Volume 3 is Probably, it's definitely not the best of the 3 games. I think Reminisce is the best of the trilogy, but you're going to have a good time for Volume 3. Especially as you continue on, like, getting all the good stuff. It's fun. I'm playing on the PS5, so no game-breaking glitch yet. Oh, thank goodness, because I know, like, when Cyberpunk released on the PS4 and Xbox One, like, it had so many glitches. It was barely playable on it. And I don't even think it's even available on the PS4 storefront anymore because of it. So I'm glad it's working better now. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. I mean, at this point, do you think you should just try running?
I am gonna try, because I just saved.
Yeah, because currently, we're probably gonna hit max level before we even figure out what we're supposed to do here. Excuse me.
So you go up here. Oh, hey, someone. He looks dead.
Oh no.
Anyway, I need your items. Sorry, I know you're dead, but I need that.
He's not using it.
Should I de-drop?
Passage key,
Hooray!
nice.
If only I knew where to use this.
Oh.
I don't remember seeing a locked door, do you?
Nope. If I recall correctly, they recalled the PS4 hard copies as well. I could be wrong on that front. Yeah, because I know they took down the PS4 copies on, like, digital-wise. So, they might have recalled the hard copies as well. But still, I'm really glad that Cyberpunk is in a much better state and is doing very well. I am actually pretty excited for The Witcher 4. Now granted, what they showed recently is only a tech demo for Unreal Engine, but honestly, I'm actually looking forward to it. I think playing Assyria is going to be fun, especially since we got a glimpse of it in The Witcher 3 through the various gameplay sections of her. Because if we could just have a repeat of that, I think that she'll make a very good Witcher.
Oh, mighty flowing river. Give me your blessing.
Look, a
Whoa.
fish!
What did you just do?
I healed her.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, do you have a separate healing ability now?
Well, I have one that heals me, and now I have one that heals my teammates.
Interesting. That's
The
cool.
one that heals me also deals damage to the enemy.
Playable Siri, I'm here for it. Oh yeah, and it even stays true to the books as well. Now granted, I haven't read the Witcher books yet, but I hear that Siri being a Witcher is like part of the canon or something like that. Or I could be wrong, but it makes sense considering, you know, like her. I don't even remember what it's called. What she have, like Elder Blood that gives her abilities?
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but basically, yeah, she could definitely survive, like, I guess, the Witcher initiation. I don't know what else to call it. Considering she's been training to be a Witcher throughout most of her life at this point. You know, Geralt and, what's his name? I'm blanking.
Yennefer?
Not Yennefer, but Uncle Vesemir. He was training with Vesemir. She was training with Vesemir as well. So, like I said, I think like one of the best parts of Witcher 3 was being able to play as Ciri and just zoom all around the battlefield, you know? Give me more of that in Witcher 4. How did you fail? You were right there.
He's very small.
Shikigami, please help. How was that? Ha!
Get his ass on
Thank you.
My Witcher knowledge comes from Soul Calibur. So I don't know much. You know what? Soul Calibur, the best place to figure out what a character does, you know? Has all the lore in the character. Forget about the books or even the games. No, Soul Calibur. That's where you get the good stuff. Gosh, damn it.
Maybe in 10 years you'd have a chance.
Hey, Kagome leveled up.
Hooray. And we got nectar.
Now it's not the time to be finding nectar.
Trouble is.
Whew. Just the passage key. Can unlock a door, but where's the door?
We're so token. I don't know where the door. Would you mind looking it up?
Sure, give me a second.
Look up Cursed Mask Castletown passage key.
Okay. I highly doubt there's going to be a Wikipedia page on this, but we'll see. Christmas.
No, it's not going to be on the Wikipedia page. That's not a guide.
Yeah, but usually Wikipedia has all the answers about how to go through things, you know? Alright, now I just gotta find it. Yeah, this person's guide is very wordy. We're past Castletown.
No, we're in Castletown.
Oh, we're in Castletown?
Well, we're in the castle from Castletown, so we're around there.
First visit, I take it?
Yes.
Inside the castle. Okay. I'm just going to read what it's a pretty long thing. Once you get inside the castle, talk to the fallen warrior. There's 30 people in the castle that need to be saved. Yay, so you need to save all. You can save all 30, but all you get is a seed from the last people you save. A seed? Finding 30 people and you just get a seed? Alright. Walk around if you like throughout the castle. Passage key to unlock the door. Hang on. Head back downstairs and go back to the first floor. Walk along the west wall until you find a hallway. Use the passage key to unlock the door and head inside.
Right. First floor, you said.
Yeah, first floor. Honestly, is it really worth it saving these people now? Because if all you get is a seed, I don't think it's worth trying to go in the scavenger hunt, you know? I'm leaving it up to you, but...
Yeah. I don't really need a seed.
Yeah.
Now, by first floor, did they mean the first floor you walked in on, or this bottom floor?
I think it just means the bottom floor. Like the first... because it's hard to tell what is the first floor and what is not, because there's no, like, info card that's telling us where we are, you know?
Yeah.
I mean...
You said the western side?
The west side, yes.
Well,
Should be a long hallway.
Kinda looks important. But we're not gonna worry
Hey,
about it.
Orbo, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I mean, Jerry from the River was fun in that game. There. There. Anyway, I hope you're having a fun day, Orbo. Welcome, welcome. There we go.
Aha!
Are we finally getting out of here?
No.
More rooms? No.
Let's help more people.
Doing okay, eating and gaming and eating. How about you? I am doing pretty well. I'm finally in the final stages of my sickness. I got a little bit of a cough now, but I can at least talk. In short bursts, but I can talk. Please help me. Will you help the person? I guess so. Why not? Yeah, I'm also gaming. Well, technically Okami's gaming. I can't take all the credit. No.
How dare you try to steal my credit?
Hey, I am the guide. I am the guide master. Or I guess you could say I'm the dungeon master.
Get out of here right now.
Well, we will in a few minutes when we go on break. Yeah, ads are going to be popping up here in about 4.5 minutes, so we'll get done what we can and then we'll go on break. Besides, I'm probably going to need to get something else to drink too. Because I'm all out of drink. Playing 7th Dragon 2020 till the new Rune Factory drops in night. Really? So the new Rune Factory is dropping in a little over an hour? Interesting.
Oh, really? Shit! I have no budget.
Aww.
I can't buy the game this month.
Oh.
And Pokemon comes out later this year.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll get it eventually.
Eventually. I try not to get games right when they come out. Pokemon is the one exception to that.
Yeah, because it's Pokemon, you know?
It's Pokemon. And I shouldn't. You know, we gotta teach them that it has to be a good quality game before we buy it, but I will buy a Pokemon game. This is true. I'm not saying I'm proud of this fact, but it's just a true one.
Well, you like what you like, and if you want to buy a game, you should buy a game, regardless of what, you know, how good it actually is, you know? Okami, this is a question for you. What is Rune Factory?
Rune Factory is what happens when fantasy meets farming sims. It's a great... If you like fantasy, if you like farming sims, is a great game for you. It's, I mean, that's what it is on its cover. You play an Earthmate, which is someone with a special connection to the world and the Earth. You are without your memories. I don't know why this became a trope, but I guess it's a way for you to start a new life in a new town. It's very similar to farming games where you end up through some means in a new town with a friendly cast of characters and a number of eligible singles. You farm, you purchase, you fall in love, but it's also a fantasy game, fantasy RPG. You can fight, you have magic, you're usually trying to solve some mystery or crisis or another. I know this new Rune Factory, Guardians of Akuma, I think, popping up. You have a dragon.
Dragons are cool.
Dragons are cool. And you're actually, this one's a little unique because most Rune Factory games up to this point have been more in a Western fantasy style, but this one is more Eastern based. And you're not an Earth Mate, you're something called an Earth Dancer. And I'm very interested in it. But also, I can't spend $60 just now.
That's fair. In addition to like some of the other games that are coming out, Final Fantasy Tactics is getting a remaster this year. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that. I loved Final Fantasy Tactics. I really want to go and replay those games. Also, Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 also came out today. So, if you're into that, that's awesome. I never really got into Undertale or Toby Fox's games, but I know a lot of people like them. And for those who have been waiting for Deltarune 3 and 4, honestly, guys, have fun with it. You know, you guys have been waiting so long for those chapters. Alright, so as it's going to be popping up here in about 40 seconds, guys, go ahead and get yourself a snack and a nice little drink, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we are in fact back with this. So let me see what you guys said. Time to Mega Man your problems? I wish. Look, if I could just absorb powers and get things done, that would be amazing. If I could just sprout wings, like mechanical wings, and fly everywhere, that would help out a bunch. I'm waiting for Final Fantasy 13 Remaster, maybe one day. Honestly, I think, considering how many Final Fantasy 13 games there are now, I think it's very surprising that they're not ported over to newer systems. I find that weird. Excuse me. And the PC port of Stellar Blade is dropping this month as we speak. You know, that's another game that I think it's interesting, but I never really got into it, nor do I understand like what is going on in the game. But honestly, that's awesome. PC players can now enjoy Stellar Blade in all of its glory. I guess you could say that's pretty stellar.
Yes.
Peace. Yes, run away from your problems. That solves everything. Nice pun. Thank you, buddy. I tend to make good puns. Oh hey, we're much higher up now.
Oh, this place is way too big.
See? I told you. Cutscenes! Nice!
Damn demons!
Are they castle staff? They're being attacked by demons. There's no way they can beat them. We have to help them.
Then stop standing there. Help them.
Hey, demons! Are you ready to dock?
Stellar pun. Hey. Alright, who is the boss of this area?
Well, this isn't the final boss by any means.
I know, but they're building it up as if these guys are formidable. So I'm going to wait until the new Fire Emblem game comes out to get a Switch too. That's understandable. That is really understandable. I don't think I've played any of the new Fire Emblems outside of, yeah, I say new, but I played Awakening and that's kind of where I stopped.
Yeah.
Very good, Shippo.
I stopped after Fates. I do enjoy Fire Emblem. I don't enjoy it enough to spend $60 on it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll fully admit, I mostly play Fire Emblem for the matchmaking.
For the, I guess, for the relationship system. That's what it's called.
Yeah, the matchmaking.
Yeah. Make your matchmaker make me a match. I own 3 houses and never started. Orbo, why do you own 3 houses? You need to share at least 2 of them with somewhere else. I can hardly handle 1 house, let alone 3.
You don't even have a house, Claude. You have an apartment.
Shh, they don't know that. Oh, I guess now they do. Great. It's now people are going to know that I live in an apartment, not a house.
Did it work?
Am I the only one who gets hyped when you fight a rival boss? Honestly, rival bosses are really nice if done right. I think a good example of rival bosses is Virgil from Devil May Cry because at first he kicks your butt, but eventually you get to kick his butt. And that's pretty awesome, you know?
Thank you.
3 Houses is good, Engage was meh story-wise, in my opinion. Yeah, I've never played Engage, so I really don't know too much about it outside. I think Engage is the one where they bring back the spirits of characters from other Fire Emblems.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah, I think that took me out. Like, see, I've never played, but I'm interested in 3 houses. It intrigues me. Engage just doesn't. I feel like Fire Emblem characters from different games should be kept separate, except in DLCs that are mostly non-canon anyway, or if the games are actually connected in some way.
Yeah, but just
Like-
bringing them back as spirits just feel a little awkward.
It does. It really does.
The only Fire Emblem game that I ever interacted with was Three Hopes.
Shikigami! I did it!
Honestly, guys, if you want some good Fire Emblem games, check out Awakening. And if you are able to find a Game Boy Advance, Fire Emblem, The Sacred Stones. That's a game that we played through on the channel a few times. And honestly, older Fire Emblems are really good. Yeah, it was the anniversary
Awakening
game.
remains one of my favorites. Like that game, I mean, it quite literally saved the franchise.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the last Fire Emblem game, but
It-
then it did so well, the series was saved.
Yeah, because the quality was there. Like, they went all out with this. Like, a final hurrah, but at the same time, one just the best Fire Emblem that they could make.
I am very grateful. We couldn't have done it without you.
That's okay. It must have been terrible.
If anyone's hurt, show me. I'll take care of them.
Yes, I'll put a band-aid over your missing arm.
What's happening to the castle? There's demons everywhere.
Yes. Unfortunately, the king was possessed by a demon.
Did Naraku do this?
Kagura showed up pretending to be a castle messenger.
If that's the case, then it's simple. Let's go destroy them.
Yukimura! Everyone in the second unit fighting in the tower has been killed!
Oh no.
What? The second unit? We're the only ones left to protect the castle.
Is your name Yukimura?
Yes, it is. Why?
We met your wife outside the castle. She gave us something to give to you.
Excuse me.
Some rice balls from my wife.
Ah, yes, my wife's balls.
Yes. Not just any balls. The rice balls.
Everyone is really worried about what's happening in here.
Was Engage really that bad? The only thing I didn't like about the game was the art direction. The color just felt a bit too bright for my taste.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the actual game itself to decide if it's bad or good. I don't like the main character design.
Yeah,
I really,
it's...
really don't.
I mean, the red and the blue clash so much with each other, and there's really no cohesion with the design.
Yes! Let's do it.
We'll take care of the rest. Everyone, go back to your families.
We
Honestly, I think it probably would have been better if one of the protagonists had red hair and the other one was blue. That would have worked very well.
You're not scared for your life?
There's no point dying here.
We are samurai. We protect the king and the people. But we weren't able to protect the king. However, we must protect all who are left alive. That is our duty.
Go back to your wife!
Yes, we've got this.
That's our duty.
We're anime protagonists. We'll do the job.
Yes, we've got two schoolgirls,
But you might
a
die.
squirrel,
What will your
a
family
monk,
do?
a half-demon, and a... ninja?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, thank you.
Did you call Shippo a squirrel?
I don't know what Shippo is, like...
He is a fox demon.
A fox, excuse me. Why did I say
Squirrel.
squirrel? Shippo's a squirrel now.
They should understand, even my wife.
How can you possibly understand?
It's already decided.
Gameplay
Not.
is...
You can go home.
Yeah, just go home, guys. We can handle this. We're level 17. We can beat up
If
anyone.
we keep dawdling, Naraku will get away.
Gameplay is best in the series, and they make the album rings make sense, but the only thing nice I could say about it... Oh, wait. The cast is fun, too. Sounds like Engage was pretty good according to Knight.
Demon.
At least if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah, that's
In that case,
What is it?
this is the key for the lock
Yeah,
in the
give
tower.
Engage a try. You know, you might like it, bud.
Is that okay, Yukimura?
Yes, we're no match for that demon, but I think you guys can do it. Please, take our place and go get that demon.
Yeah, we're gonna go home.
Yes, we will bring Naraku
We are grateful.
What tower? Was that
Shall we go?
the one we were in?
yeah. Let's go get
Let's see if there's another door that leads to there. Because I don't like the idea of going all the way back, you know?
Yeah.
Everything but the story was good, in my opinion. Well, see, here in this channel, we are both story lovers. We love stories and everything that involves with it. If the story is bad, we're probably not gonna have a good time.
Yep. Hey, will you go over and look up Otoki?
Oh, Toki?
Yeah. Otoki, Inuyasha the Cursed Mask. It's a little girl I'm supposed to find, but I haven't found her yet.
Okay, she has black hair and is wearing a pink kimono.
But where is she?
I'm looking. Okay, I'm looking right now. Again. I wanted to get the visual of what she looked like first, so that way you know who to look out for. Let's see. Castle. So you just got the, what was it? The tower key?
The tower key, yeah.
Alright, head back to the main hallway and head to the stairs. There's a cat standing beside the stairs that you could use to save, and I mean, you really should save. If you're using cheating device to have infinite health, use a save point and save and see, even the person supplying like, hey, if you're just playing this with cheats, then save. After saving, head all the way upstairs and you'll find Toki, who is scared out of her mind. Yeah.
Okay, good. If she's just part of the thing, then yeah, we'll see her. I figured she was, but I didn't want to, like...
Honestly, the reason why I brought up her design is because I know a lot of these characters we've been trying to have a hide and seek thing going on with them, so at least she stands out, you know?
I don't know.
Are you okay? Ah! A demon! Help me! Someone!
You had me at characters night. That's the only way to win me over. And Olier's design grows on you over time, but still.
Is your name Toki?
Dio, the characters are fun, but but Ivy is my favorite and Engage.
Your
Interesting.
brother asked us to bring you this pinwheel that he made for you. He's okay then. I'm so happy.
The samurai are downstairs helping the people escape. Try and make it down there and you'll be able to get out of the castle.
Thank you so much. Be careful, Toki.
I'm sorry, I just love her walk cycle. Like, her entire body just does not move, but you just see the little legs waddling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find the rest of these people.
13 people left? My god.
Look what I found.
Sacred tree sap. Secret tunnel. Parum, parum.
Right?
The door just disappeared. Da da da, ba da ba da bum bum. Da, da, da.
Oh, flame burning bright.
Oh, great pufferfish, save us in our time of need.
I did it.
You did. Alright. Alright, Squirrel Boy, you got this.
Come.
Dum, dum. Ooh, critical hit.
Right. Leave it to me.
Dum, We saw the arrow connect. Are you kidding me?
Got it.
Inuyasha, just win.
You're mine.
Yeah, these armored soldiers are super freaking bulky.
Yeah, in fact, they just have way too much health. Was I the only one who was greatly disappointed in the Star Ocean's faithfulness and integrity? The more I look back on the game, the more I feel like it was very undercooked. Now, is that the one for the PS4? I'm trying to think, like, what Star Ocean was that? I remember playing, I think it was called To the End of Time, as well as Second Evolution. Those are pretty good games. I have never played, if I'm thinking of the same, I played a little bit of Faithfulness, if it is the same game I'm thinking about. Because I remember playing a Star Ocean for the PS4, and it opens up with pretty much it doesn't really open up the way you would think. It just zooms into two people fighting. Okay, yeah, it's the same one, yeah. Basically, the game, there's no introduction, there's no anything, it just zooms into two people fighting, and then they throw out all this terminology, like we're supposed to know what's going on. It feels like they forgot to add the intro to that game. And I just couldn't get used to it. Time to look into Star Ocean. Honestly, dude, if you're going to look up Star Ocean, I recommend either To the End of Time for the PS2 or Second Evolution, which I think Second Evolution just got a remake for modern consoles, I believe. So, actually, yeah, probably look up Second Evolution. I don't know what it's called for the modern version, but they just remade it. So, I would say check that one out. I've got the PSP version, and honestly, fun game. You know, very fun game. And the main character's named Claude, so I'm happy.
Oh, no time, y'all. Tara just finished the 7th book.
Taro finished the 7th book?
No, Tara.
Oh, Tara. Oh. I thought you said Taro. Okay, congratulations, Tara. If you can hear us right now.
I don't know if you can.
Hey, he might be lurking in chat. We don't know. Time to look into Star Ocean. Heck yeah. Till the End of Time. Oh, Till the End of Time got a PS4 remaster? Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Not to mention that I can't even read. Not to mention that the game's story was just straight up lackluster with no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Which wouldn't be so bad if the cast of characters weren't so bland. Yeah, I think that was my issue, is that, like, it started off with just two people throwing out, like, these random terminologies as if we were already established universe or something, you know? And it's just like, none of the characters were memorable to me. It just seemed like a underbaked entry, you know? I'm also playing Skies of Arcadia. So many games to play. Oh, Skies of Arcadia, that sounds familiar. I don't know where I might have heard that from, but it sounds familiar.
A diamond hair gem.
What was that?
I got a diamond hair gem.
Wow, I bet yours worth 2 whole gold. Oh, here you go. Spirit and defense power raised by 3. Nice. Skies of Arcadia is good. You know, I've heard that it is good. I just don't know where I might have heard it from, you know? I might have played it at some point. Or I could be just mixing it up with Tales of the Sky, you know? Or no, what? Not Tales of the Sky. What was it? What's it called? There was a PSP game that I remember, or Trails of the Sky or Tales of the Sky, something like that. It was for the PSP, and I think I might have said I think I might have bought the a copy on Steam for Terra at some point for Christmas, if I recall. I don't know. My memory's not helping me out today. It's a Sega RPG on the GameCube, super fun. You know, we really need to play more GameCube games on this channel. Problem is, we don't have a GameCube. Or the games. One of these days, I'm gonna get the whole Cold Steel series on my PS4. Cold Steel. I've heard of that, but I don't know too much about it. Ugh. I'll be so happy once this cough is over. And then I can breathe. So many rooms. So little time.
Little time.
Wah 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 wah. Cold Steel felt too slow burn for me. That's fair. Like, for me, I don't mind slow burns if it eventually picks up, but
What's slowly burning?
oh, the Cold Steel series.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it. All I'm saying is like, when it comes to like games with slow starts, I don't mind it, for as long as it picks up eventually, you know? Like, if it just drags out too much, I'm probably just going to drop it, you know? Oh, darn. Yeah, stinky. Cold Steel added to a list of my poor wallet. I know, your wallet's probably screaming right now, huh? My friend told me Cold Steel pick up in game 2. Yeah. Wait, that's...
Adulation.
What was that?
I'm just saying, if a series has to pick up in the second game, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just like... It's like saying, oh, hey guys, you know, I think you'll love this game series. Oh, great, I'll pick up the first one. No, that was crap. People are gonna get the wrong impression. I mean, it's like when I recommend Devil May Cry. Like, I always tell people to skip Devil May Cry 2, because that was a pretty bad game.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the dual guns were just so overpowered that you really didn't need to use any other weapon.
Devil May Cry 2 just doesn't really fit.
Mm-hmm.
Starting from 3, like 1 gives you the basic premise, and it was good. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was great. And then from 3 onward, it kind of tells you the whole messy tale of this family. But 2 just... Yeah.
It just felt like they were trying some new things, but they either didn't have the time or they were just too ambitious of what they wanted to do. And then they carried over some of that for 3, which worked so much better. We need lemonade? I don't need lemonade. I've got tea. Hashtag not sponsored.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, the first Street Fighter game was bad. So bad that people only remember Street Fighter 2 as the first game. But true. I would say that's kind of a good example, but at the same time, Street Fighter is Street Fighter 1 is a decent game. I don't want to say it's bad, but you know, like you said, people remember Street Fighter 2 over 1. You know? I mean, that's like saying like Castlevania 1 was bad, but Castlevania 3, you know, you just play that instead, you know? I might be using that analogy wrong, but I don't care. I've tried. Original Street Fighter was awesome. See? Titan agrees. You know, like he thinks it's awesome. Got a lot of games on my list too, you know? I actually just ended up getting Tiny Tina's Wonderlands for free on Epic, which was pretty nice because I've been wanting to try that game for a long time. Borderlands meet D&D. It's a pretty fun time. Street Fighter 1 was probably the worst game I've ever played. You know what? That is fair. But I will tell you, Street Fighter is far from the worst game that I have played. I have played some real stinkers in my time. Real bottom of the barrel that just so happened to be in front of a toilet kind of bad. Like I played some of the worst design games in my years.
Sorry, I've got to answer Tara real quick.
Now take your time. Trust me guys, there's a lot of bad games than good. Like, for every one good game, there's at least 10 bad ones somewhere out there. I mean, I'm probably showing my age a little bit, but Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES. That was a pretty bad game and very unfair. And I mean unfair, not like Castlevania unfair where it's like you need to like learn the patterns and everything. No, the game literally cheats, I believe. Nothing would be ever as bad as Star Ocean Faithfulness and Integrity. At least that game looks sorta nice. I will say about that game, at least it looks okay for an anime game. You know? A lot of games don't even have that. I mean, I can think of other games in recent years. Let's see. I gotta think about what games that I remember seeing that are just so bad, you know? I think it was, like, one of the games I remember seeing a lot of people don't like was Operation Raccoon City. Or was it, I know it was a Resident Evil spin-off where basically you played as Umbrella, where you played as an Umbrella operative, and it wasn't really a survival horror, it was a third-person shooter. A stage-based third-person shooter. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Integrity and Faithfulness. Imagine a dot hack game with that kind of game. No. I don't want dot hack to be like that Star Ocean game. No. What? You loved Operation Raccoon City? Am I thinking of the same game then? Orbo, you might be able to help me out then, because I remember. No, was it called Umbrella Corps? It was a Resident Evil spin-off game where it was a stage-based third-person shooter. Where basically, all you really just did was just shoot zombies. And not to mention, I remember the guns, like, they were holding the guns like this. Am I thinking of the same thing? Now, granted, I did get the game for like 20 bucks, and I really wanted my money back, but 3 years I've already passed and it's too late. Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I think a lot of games have like 3-year warranties, right? You know? SC Legends was pretty bad too. Wii action game, done poorly. Yeah, like for every one Wii game, there's 100 shovelware games. Not a whole lot of them did very well. East.
Hit the mark.
Man, that guy looks disgusting.
Not bad, Kagome.
He is a very strange little man. Enko.
Ready to give up?
Was it Code Veronica? No, Code Veronica was a different one like that. Code Veronica was still Resident Evil. It still had tank controls, but I'm thinking of, I think it was called Umbrella Corps. You know, it was a side game. That's all I remember. It was a stage-based third-person shooter. You know? It might have been multiplayer as well, from what I remember. Just to throw my head into the ring, very concerning taste games. My guilty pleasure was Rodea the Sky Soldier? I've never heard of that. Oh, concerning taste. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of Rodea. La.
Oh, whoops.
No. Do we have to go back and do all that again?
Oh no, we were right here.
Oh, okay, good. I still own calls, most of it on Soul Calibur series. My guilty pleasure is Unlimited Saga. I think I might have heard that at some point. I think I heard
That
good
sounds
things about that.
familiar.
What was it, Okami?
Unlimited Saga sounds familiar.
Yeah. Like, I think I've heard good things about it. My guilty pleasure is Deadly Arts. Don't feel bad, dude. I've never heard of that. Okami, what is your guilty pleasure game? A game that you like, but everyone else doesn't.
I don't know if I really have one.
Really?
I don't pay too much attention to what people say about games. So I
Alright.
just like what I like.
Well, is there a game that you
Yes,
feel...
I'm a little basic too. My tastes are somewhat mainstream. So
That's fair.
I did, you know what? I did like Dragon Age 2. I know that's not as guilty a pleasure as it once would have been. A lot of people are seeing the charm of 2 now, but I never saw a problem. That and Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
Both were seen as lesser titles in their series, but I really enjoy both of them.
Yeah, I agree with you there on both fronts. Dark Souls 2 was my introduction to the series, funny enough. And actually, now that I think about it, both Dragon Age 2 and Dark Souls 2 were my introduction to those series.
Yeah, I introduced myself via Dark Souls 3, actually. Bit of a funny tale. I didn't know much about the Dark Souls games at the time. I was just looking for more RPGs to play on my Xbox. And so I saw the cover for Dark Souls 3, and I'm like, well, that's a knight-looking guy. That's probably an RPG. I'll ask for it for Christmas. And I got it. And I couldn't get past the first boss.
Yes.
If you don't know, is 30 feet from the starting area.
Undexkanir. Yes, he is... Like, if you're not used to a Souls game, then he could definitely be a challenge. I think what makes up for, like, him and his difficulty is one of two things. Just mostly that you can just wail on him as soon as you pull out the sword, which I don't think most people will even think of doing, because they think, oh hey, random event, maybe I'll free this knight, he'll help me out. Nope, he's the boss.
I mean, I got the boss part pretty quickly, but I thought to myself, well, it's the first boss, you know, it couldn't be too bad. And then I got my ass handed to me, and I did not touch Dark Souls 3 for a good 5 years, I think.
What?
And then, yep, I never went back to it until years later after I, like, re-examined the Souls series. And I'm like, well, let me give this a try. And I played the first one and then the second one, and I'm like, well, I already have 3. I might as well get into it.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever finish 3?
No.
You made it.
Oh.
Not now, Naraku. We're having a conversation.
You know what?
I got to the twin princes.
Okay.
And then I just kind of fell off of it.
Honestly, I think you were just right at that point of finishing then.
No, I thought it was very close to the end. The twin princes were the last Cinder Lords or whatever.
Yeah, Lords of Cinder.
I knew that. And I did get the eyeballs for the secret ending. I think where I left off was Sister Freed. I could not get past her boss fight.
Honestly, I never got through it either because, first and foremost, it is a 3-phase boss fight, one of which is a duos boss against you, just you, unless you brought someone with you. But even then, it would have been very difficult. And then Freed's 3rd phase is just unfair in a lot of ways. She turns invisible, she uses black fire for a lot of her attacks. She almost feels like a Bloodborne boss in a way, you know? I played Demon Souls, but never Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3. Demolished Elden Ring, though. Yes, I love Elden Ring, and honestly, I think I would personally recommend for anyone getting into the Souls series, start with Elden Ring. Mostly because it is the most accessible, I feel. Like, yes, it is still plenty difficult, but with it being open world, you can just go on your own pace, gather what you need, and then just... You're not stuck at one particular part, you know? My intro to Soulsborne was Bloodborne. Yes, I want Bloodborne 2. Miyazaki, we need Bloodborne 2. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm reading something.
But I remembered that in every dot hack storyline, you were meant to be allowed to have more than 2 people in the party, though. No, I'm not talking about the party system, Titan. I just mean taking the combat from integrity and faithfulness, putting it into dot hack. Bad idea. I didn't like the combat in faithfulness, you know. A dot hack game with gameplay style of Soulsborne. Honestly, I think that would be pretty cool. A Souls-like dot hack game might be fun. Hey Cole, how's it going? How are you beautiful people? I am a little bit tired, but I'm doing well. How about yourself, sir? I hope you're doing well. I have yet to get into Souls-like games. It's something I've always wanted to get into, but like the TV thing, I usually forget it within the week. Fair, you know. To so.
I'm sorry, your castle is fucking huge.
I'm sorry, guy. Your castle is
So,
in another
this
castle.
is Naraku. You're the one that summoned me into this world, aren't you?
Good, good. Had family dinner. Nice. Checked out of it. I have not checked out Lost Dimension at all. I don't even know what that is.
Of course I do. Now tell me how to get home.
Liza P is probably the closest thing you'll get to Bloodborne. Honestly, I want to try Liza P. I like the Pinocchio
At least
story.
until Duskblood comes out.
I don't think I want to buy a Switch 2 just for Duskblood, you know?
Very fair.
But still, I mean, I'm interested in Duskbloods because you can turn into a dinosaur.
That's pretty darn cool.
That is. I've seen transformations in Dark Souls in a Soul series before, but never into a dinosaur. That kind of has me interested. Lost Dimension was an RPG that originated either from the PSP or the PS3's available on Steam. I might have to check that out. Oh, hi, Naraku. I'm just been ignoring you.
Shut up and die.
Guys, we're never gonna get exposition if we just attack him. Don't you want exposition?
Look, he's the main villain. We don't need exposition. We could just read it in a notebook later.
up, Naraku.
No need for plot. Yeah, no need for plot. Just beat him up.
You just watch.
I wish it would heal us, you know, more frequently.
Yeah. If this were Techi Muyo, there would be need for a plot. I have no idea what that is, Titan.
Good.
I can now sense your HP. How much do you have?
I don't know if the sealing arrow will work on him, but I can give it a try.
I'll give it a go.
I'm actually curious. Let's see how much this boy has in HP.
Yeah, I figured that would fail.
Let's see what you can do.
See, what's the difference between these two? They literally have the same description.
I would say choose the one that says attack.
Oh, we don't know what his HP.
It's infinite.
Why are you just standing there?
Did he just hurt?
Cackling.
Did he just use his turn to mock us?
Reveal your hidden forces, Shikigami. Unleash your powers.
Zero?
Get it now. I don't think we're supposed to win this fight.
I don't think we're supposed to either, but hey, not for the lack of trying.
Ah, he's got a crystal. He's got some kind of barrier. I see. Bite him, Shippo.
Ankle bite, little squirrel boy.
What's this?
Nice try, Shippo.
Wipe my ass.
Well,
Whoa!
oh, my jewels.
The weirdest trope to me is when the main character beats up one of the minor antagonists, and when I say minor antagonists, I'm get beat for some reason. They will want to join them. Yeah, it's a little weird trope, but it is a good trope. Have you seen Free Run yet? I've seen clips of it, and honestly, I'm in love with the art design, some of the characters, Free Run herself. I think it's a good representation of how you can make an overpowered character work. You know what I mean?
Weak.
She can do a whole lot of things that, that could just solve all her issues.
I like I haven't seen any of it either, but I like the idea of it where it's like it's after the hero's journey, but what happens when one of your party members is a very long-lived race?
Yeah. I mean, do you care about spoilers a bit?
Not really.
So, there's this one scene where she gets eaten by a mimic. However, because she is so strong, she doesn't... Let's just say that she could use magic to get herself out of the mimic. But the reason why she doesn't is she doesn't want to mess up her hair. I'm not kidding. She would rather have a good head of hair than solve her issues with the mimic.
What?
Even the Tetsaiga won't work.
It's being repelled by the barrier.
Those who go against our
It's called plot armor.
Don't worry. We have some of that as well. Yeah, our expendable side characters.
Yeah, side characters with normal swords. Let's go.
Stop! You can't beat him!
Plot weapon when? I have no idea. Hopefully we get one.
Let's get away from this secret passage while we can.
Die.
Also like how interpret demons, yeah. I haven't seen much of Frieren, but I know that they do interpret demons very well in that show.
Don't run away. It's our time to die. We have to give them more time. Ah!
What was that? Ah!
Yukimura, Naraku, I'll never forgive you.
What? You still have strength?
All we can do is depend on you. Leave this place now. Ready yourselves to come back and destroy this demon and save the castle. Please.
You think I've come this far to run away?
We're kind of dying.
Yeah. Ah, damn plot armor!
Damn it!
Hell yeah, fall down the hole, Inuyasha.
Everyone is okay.
Where
Hooray!
am I?
Random house number 1.
Oh, you're awake now. I'm glad.
Why am I here?
I don't know, but I found you and some others on the ground at the entrance of the village this morning.
Others? Oh, Inuyasha! Kagome! What happened to us? And Naraku?
Good question.
Where is Naraku?
Ah, okay. Ah,
Oh, I was about to say.
I wish I could say it's a good morning.
Where is this? Against Naraku. Yukimura.
dead as hell.
Is everyone okay?
Oh, well, emotionally scarred, but I think we're fine.
We weren't able to destroy Naraku.
Shippo, are you saying we can't defeat Naraku?
I'm not saying that, but
Look, he's got plot
Anyway,
armor. We
we
can't
go anywhere
defeat
like
him.
this. I guess not, but
We'll just have to get a plot sword. The only thing powerful enough to defeat plot armor.
Exactly, the sword of
if
plots.
we work together, we can find a way.
Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo.
My Tetsaiga didn't work. It hit him straight on, but it didn't do anything.
Man, it's almost as if there was a barrier.
We tried so hard, but
Not really. You guys just kind of stood there.
Demon Slayers have the power to detect an enemy, but I couldn't detect anything from Naraku. How can this be?
Okay, so I've never gone up against plot armor.
My Tetsaiga
I know,
did. It hit
Inuyasha,
him
please. I'm trying to talk to Moroku and Shippo.
There's only one way. We have to break Naraku's barrier.
There's
Sword
gotta be
plot
a way.
created from the
Who
most
else would be able to
finest
break this wall
plutonium on the planet.
I didn't break the
Hey.
barrier. I used a trick to destroy the crystallized rock where the barrier was emanating from. But that trick won't work on Naraku. So, we have to deal directly with the barrier. Naraku's barrier is much stronger than Princess Oboro's.
You mean we have to have more power to break Naraku's barrier?
Yes, we need power to destroy Naraku's barrier.
More power?
Yeah, more power? Do we need more power, guys?
what should I do? What can I do against that horrible thing?
You can keep being precious.
Yes, keep being you. Alright, weapon when? Never.
I suppose we should stay the night.
Yeah, maybe we should stay the night, you know? And we are coming up in time, so do you think this is a good place to end it?
Yes, I'm sure I'll be traveling out of the village
Sorry.
soon.
I need to think this over on my own.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get kidnapped.
In the words of Gumball, it's about power!
Need to find my way out of this town so I can save.
Yeah, save now or risk doing it again. Don't even think about climbing.
Hey, I need to get out of town so I can save.
Get out of town! Da, 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 da. We don't even know where you are on the map. I can't leave everyone. Oh, you can leave everyone. Alright, friends.
I'm not connected to anything, so I can't actually leave the space, but...
That's funny. Alright, friends, this is where we're going to end it for tonight. What a game, what a stream. You all are pretty awesome. I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button if you're on the Twitch side. Subscribe if you are on the YouTube side of things. It's absolutely free. You can also head to our Discord. Streamlabs actually posted it recently, so you can just hit that button, be sent to our Discord where you can speak with us, chat with us, participate in polls, notify us when we go live, as well as upload videos. I'm a .hack YouTuber. I do .hack topics for .hack people, and yes, bye-bye DOJ, bye DOJ, Titan, Vol. We also got Orbo. We also got Knight. All of you, man. Almost a full house here tonight. All of you, stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have yourselves a wonderful night.
Good night, lovelies.